I'm not sure if any of you remember, but the first time I tried to give a speech was way back in grade 1. I attempted to give a farewell speech to our teacher who was leaving at the time, but ended up crying in front of everyone. So hopefully this will go better than that did. My fellow grade 8 graduates, congratulations to every single one of you for making it this far. Friends, families, and teachers, I would like to thank you for supporting us every step of the way. It was 8 years ago that we were walking down the hallway as first graders, staring up at the intermediate students. I was simultaneously terrified and fascinated by them, but nevertheless, they were our role models. Whether this was a good thing or a bad thing is an entirely different story. Nearly a decade later, we've become the role models, or big kids, of the school. We've learned a lot together throughout our years at Richmond Rose, from both our teachers and classmates. Mr. Caleri taught us how to calculate MA, Miss Ann taught us about Canadian Confederation, and Madame Kip taught us about verb tenses. We often take education for granted, but the knowledge we now have will undoubtedly be useful in our future endeavors. Though we face many challenges and at times fail to overcome them, we've grown from our mistakes. I know what you're thinking, it's a cliche, but it's 100% true. As Stella Adler once said, you will only fail to learn if you don't learn from failure. This advice is for me just as much as it is for you. I've learned the hard way that there is no such thing as achieving complete perfection. At some point, we must learn to accept this fact and move on. Don't get me wrong, it's completely normal to be disappointed with yourself, as emotions show strength, not weakness, but being perpetually upset won't get you anywhere. Some of us have discovered our strengths and weaknesses, and many have not, but that's okay. We still have plenty of time to find a path to follow. With enough hard work and effort, success will eventually head our way, just like it did for the Raptors. Although academics are important, good character is equally, if not more crucial, to living a fulfilled life. Richmond Rose has taught us to embrace each other's differences and treat each other with dignity and respect. Finally, I would like to leave you all with one piece of advice. If you spend all of your time dwelling on the past, you will never change the future. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future, but something you design for the present. So if the best way to predict the future is to create it now, let's make graduation as wonderful as possible so it will enlighten our tomorrow forever.